Hello, everyone. As many of you may be aware, Harley, Madison, Kyle, and myself recently attended the Future Leaders Seminar in the sunny Bahamas, where the focus was not on lounging by the pool, but rather on how we, as the business professionals of tomorrow, can lead our individual organizations in global competence. What is global competence, you might ask? Global competence is all about functioning and succeeding in an increasingly interconnected world. It is about having the personal disposition and capacity to recognize, understand, and act on issues of global significance. We can do this by learning about and engaging in the world in 4 key ways. First, we should be curious about the world and how it works. In doing so, we will recognize that others' perspectives, customs, and cultures are very different from our own. Now, that's not to say our own culture and history aren't important, but rather we can use our perspective in conjunction with our client, patient, or coworker's perspective to create a well-rounded interaction and relationship. Next, we should hone our communication skills to suit each of our audience's unique perspective. This encompasses nonverbal cues as well. For example, we want to impress a potential Tokyo client at dinner by doing our homework on Japanese table etiquette, just as we would not want to upset a coworker by using a hand gesture that is offensive in their culture. By recognizing that others' perspectives are just as important as our own, educating ourselves, and then taking action, we can make a difference in the world. So how do we recognize if we as professionals are globally competent or if we might have some work to do in that area? A globally competent individual will possess the following skills. 1, being able to investigate the world we live in by asking questions, digging deeper, doing research, and drawing reasonable, well thought out conclusions based on the data we find. Being able to recognize and speak openly about differences in perspective, along with being self-aware about how our own identity shapes our thoughts and actions. We must also be sensitive to and respectful of cultural differences. Thirdly, the globally competent individual is able to communicate effectively and respectfully through a variety of mediums, like email, phone, social media, and in person, with others of different perspective and background. More challenging still, they listen when other perspectives speak. Lastly, the globally competent person will take action. They do not want to just think about and talk about respecting others' cultures. They go out and do it. They include others when solving problems and making decisions. Now that we know a bit more about what global competency is, we want to showcase some companies who are really taking inclusion and global competency to the next level in a variety of fields. We will give you a bit of background into how global competency relates to the fields of law, sonography, nursing, and the skilled trades, and then discuss some outstanding companies and unions who are getting it right. No matter what field of law they are practicing, the average lawyer will work with people from all backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives. Larger law firms often work across borders on international cases, where they have to interpret laws from all across the world. They must be able to communicate effectively with clients in the most desperate and anxious moments of their lives in a culturally sensitive way. They do this by incorporating the 5 habits of cross-cultural lawyering. They explore the similarities and differences between themselves and the client. They ask how the client's experience, background, and culture might strengthen the client's claim in an ongoing case. The globally competent lawyer will seek alternative explanations for their client's behavior or position based on these cultural factors before jumping to any conclusions. And they look ahead for communication issues and take action to correct any blundering on the part of the attorney. Continuous training and education is a must to be a globally competent attorney. Latham & Watkins LLP is a global organization of practicing attorneys, reaching from Beijing to Brussels, Chicago to Hong Kong, and London to Dubai. They are leading the charge on cross-cultural lawyering. They're doing so by hiring diverse perspectives, experiences, and backgrounds to their firm. This strengthens the team and leads to better innovation and problem solving. They know that diverse teams challenge what's always been done and demand transparency, creating an open, healthy workspace. They are also eliminating the classic tiered partner hierarchy, making every lawyer equal. This fosters a culture of continuous learning, mentorship, and collaboration of lawyers at all levels of experience. No one's fighting over promotions. In the case of non-compliance with global competency standards, Latham & Watkins understands that sometimes retraining is necessary to move both employees and the company forward. All of these changes amongst the team helps them connect and emphasize with their clients, wanting to fight for them across all borders and perspectives, creating lasting relationships and ongoing business. Changing lanes into the medical field. Sonography focuses on providing a medical diagnosis using ultrasounds. Sonographers must be comfortable doing their job on any patient, and that patient must be comfortable with their sonographer. Healthcare workers vow to treat every patient with the respect, equality, and safety they deserve, regardless of background, experiences, or culture. Sonographers are with patients in vulnerable and stressful times in their lives, such as awaiting possible cancer diagnoses, but they also get to share some of the most joyous moments, like allowing expectant parents to view their baby for the first time. Therefore, the sonographer must be able to communicate effectively across cultural and ethnic barriers and be able to walk all patients through an ultrasound process and keep them calm. Besides communication, a sonographer must keep an open mind and understand that client customs or need for modifications to ultrasound techniques may arise. My Michigan Health is the leading healthcare provider in the state, affiliated with U of M Hospital and ranked number 3 on Forbes' Best Employers list for employee satisfaction. So how does My Michigan Health keep happy employees and patients and stay on top of global competence? They start with the dream to create a healthy community for everyone. They seek to understand each patient's unique perspective and then commit to providing an equal and comfortable environment for all. My Michigan Health is committed to awareness, education, and an inclusive environment for all patients, employees, providers, and volunteers to reach their goals by providing diverse training in courses on how to communicate with and understand patients from all beliefs and backgrounds. They also employ a health equity council that meets often to discuss opportunities and initiatives for making a more inclusive system. Continuing to look at global competence in the medical professions, nursing is also a field where patient care across all geographic and cultural borders takes place. Nurses are trained thoroughly in population-based care and are continuously learning how to better serve a variety of patients through ongoing experience in direct care. Nurses are the connection between the healthcare system and the patient, and therefore must treat each patient with the care and respect for background, experience, and culture, all while making the patient feel comfortable and understood. Nurses are often the front line in global health crises and must be able to make culturally appropriate decisions in real time. Global competence seems like a no-brainer in the medical and legal fields, where clients are working intimately with the professional. But how does global competence fit into one of the largest and most important sectors of professionals out there, the skilled trade workers? While work sites have tended to be a zone saturated with men who might not have a lot of time for sensitivity and cultural appropriateness, the job must get done after all. But with more and more underrepresented communities and women working in skilled trades, global competence is more important than ever. Effective teamwork on both a local and global scale is what it will take to get the job done in the long run. And an effective team is built on understanding and appreciating diverse perspectives, communicating with each other clearly, and utilizing the strengths of each team member to achieve the common goals. A diverse team has many more ideas to contribute and will help each other understand the needs of a wide variety of customers, generating even more revenue for a business. Furthermore, promoting a culturally inclusive worksite will help retain top-level talent with those employees invested in their team's success. Employers can achieve this through mandating diversity training and creating an environment of support. Being committed to ongoing personal and professional development is crucial in a rapidly changing global landscape. The IBEW is an example of how the skilled trades profession is getting global competence right. They partner with community groups across the U.S. to provide pre-employment training for students, military vets, and underserved populations, helping them to qualify for apprenticeships and fulfilling careers. Unions like the IBEW and UA are now actively recruiting women and minorities for pre-apprenticeship programs through diversity task forces. For example, the IBEW's NECA Electrical Training Center has partnered with organizations like Women in Non-Traditional Employment Roles, also known as WINTER, to provide mentorship and training for women entering the trades. And these numbers don't lie. These inclusivity measures are working, as you can see in the chart on the right. More women and minorities are entering and succeeding in the skilled trades than ever before. I would like everyone to take a few minutes to brainstorm some ideas of how we can each be more globally competent in our chosen fields. We can do this by investigating our thoughts, habits, communication, and actions, and taking steps to do and be better each day. Our world is only going to get more interconnected as time goes on. So now is the time to become globally competent in your field and spread that knowledge to your teams. Thank you.